Welcome to the Travelex Weekly Outlook for January 9th. The dollar is off to a slightly weaker start to the week. We have seen the U.S. currency somewhat consolidate its gains following its impressive first week to the new year. We've also seen a dearth of U.S. data to begin the week that has given traders really a reason to book some profit on the dollar's quick start to the new year. We've also seen some short covering, some bouts of short covering for the single currency after we've seen these positions against the euro reach record levels, so that is offering a flimsy plank of support for the single currency. But last week, the first one for the year, it was really a good one for the U.S. currency. We saw the dollar get a nice tailwind from safe haven flows on worries about Europe. That debt crisis now poses challenges to the economy over there, which may already be in recession. And the dollar got another boost from mounting evidence of a strengthening U.S. economy. In fact, the latest number that we saw was on the job market. We saw the nation's unemployment rate actually fell surprisingly down to 8.5%. That was its lowest level in about 3 years. So in somewhat of a break from the recent trading patterns that we've seen positive data now start to underpin the U.S. currency on signs of improving U.S. economic fundamentals. In the past, over the past several years or so, we had seen the dollar come under a little bit of pressure anytime investors would respond to positive U.S. data, which ordinarily would tend to work in the favor of higher yielding, riskier assets. But nonetheless, that positive data that does stand in stark contrast to some of the weak numbers that we've seen out of Europe that suggest it's well on its way to a recession in the months ahead. And then for the week of January 9th, it's going to be fairly quiet in terms of U.S. data. We'll have to wait until we get some late week data on retail sales, the trade gap, as well as consumer sentiment. And then another big focal point for the market will be on some bond auctions in Italy and Spain. Those will be key gauges of investor appetite for their paper, as well as the year's first ECB meeting. But that's going to do it for this episode. Feel free to check us out online.